You are sitting in a high-stakes meeting. You are confused. You know you need to ask a question to do your job. But you freeze. You are terrified of opening Pandora's box. You aren't afraid of asking the question. You are afraid of the answer. You fear you won't understand the reply, and you'll be trapped in a cycle of confusion in front of your boss. So you choose silence. You choose to remain ignorant rather than risk looking foolish for 30 seconds. I'm Tom, and welcome back to English Adventure. Today, we are breaking the question paralysis. Your silence is not making you look smart. In Western business culture, it's making you look passive, disengaged, and useless. The person who asks questions controls the room. It's time you took control. Part 1. The diagnosis, the double fail. Dear, why is asking so much scarier than answering? When someone asks you a question, you are on firm ground. You know the answer. You are just translating information you already possess. You are in control. When you ask a question, you are stepping into the void. You are admitting ignorance, and you have zero control over what comes back at you. You are terrified of the double fail scenario. Fail 1. Admitting you don't know something by asking. Minor ego hit. Fail 2. Not understanding the native speaker's fast, complex reply to your question. Major ego hit / public humiliation. The fear of fail 2 is so paralyzing that it stops you from ever risking fail 1. So, you adopt the strategy of strategic silence. You nod, you smile, you fake it. This is a disaster. You are prioritizing your short-term emotional comfort over your long-term professional competence. You are agreeing to things you don't understand. That gets people fired. Part 2. The hard truth: passive equals useless. We need to talk about cultural perceptions of silence. In many high-context cultures, Asia, parts of Europe / South America, silence is respectful. It shows you are absorbing information. Asking questions can be seen as challenging authority or wasting time. In low-context cultures, USA, UK, Australia, Canada, silence is viewed with suspicion in a business setting. If you sit in a strategy meeting for an hour and ask 0 questions, the native speakers assume you have nothing of value to add. You don't care about the project. You lack leadership qualities. Leaders ask questions. Followers listen. If you want to be promoted, you cannot be a passive passenger in your own meetings. You have to grab the steering wheel sometimes. And the steering wheel is the question mark. Part 3. The mechanic, the open question trap. Why are you so scared of the answers you get? Because you are asking the wrong kind of questions. You are asking open-ended questions. The trap. What do you think about the new marketing plan? The result. The native speaker takes a deep breath and gives you a 5-minute, nuanced, fast-paced monologue filled with idioms and complex grammar. You understand 40% of it. You panic. You open the floodgates. You invited chaos. If your listening skills are not C2 level, you cannot afford to ask wide-open questions in high-stakes situations. You need to constrain the reply before you even ask. You need to stop asking essay questions and start asking multiple-choice questions. Part 4. Tactical protocol number 1. The binary constraint, forcing simplicity. How do we guarantee an answer we can understand? We force a binary response. Do not give them room to ramble. Force them to choose between 2 options, or a yes/no. The transformation. Instead of open, how should we handle the delay? Terrifying answer incoming. Use binary. Should we inform the client today or wait until Friday? The answer will be, let's wait until Friday. Easy to understand. Instead of open, what's happening with the budget? Use binary. Is the budget approved, yes or no? The answer will be, yes it is. Easy. By constraining the question, You lower the cognitive load on your listening skills. You remain in control of the conversation flow. Part 5. Tactical protocol number 2, the verification loop, when you are confused. What about when you genuinely don't understand something they just said? The amateur move is to stay silent or say, "What?" The professional move is the verification loop. You don't ask them to repeat everything. You state what you think you understood and ask them to verify it. The formula. So, if I understand correctly, you are saying, summarize in simple words. Is that right? Native speaker speaks for 2 minutes about complex logistics. You, the loop. Just to verify, you are saying the shipment will be late because of the strike in the port. Correct? Why this is powerful. It forces them to listen to you. If you are right, they say, "Yes, exactly." Validation. If you are wrong, they will correct you using simpler language because they realize you missed the point. It turns your confusion into an active contribution to clarity. Part 6. Tactical protocol number 3, the icebreaker question, breaking the seal. The longer you sit silent in a meeting, the harder it becomes to speak. The pressure builds up in your head. By minute 45, you are paralyzed. You need to break the seal early. Your goal is to ask one low-stakes question in the first 10 minutes of any meeting. It doesn't have to be brilliant. Could you clarify which slide we are on? Just to confirm, is the deadline Tuesday or Wednesday? Does everyone have access to the document? Why? Because once your voice is in the room, you are no longer an observer. You are a participant. The psychological barrier to asking a second, harder question later is much lower. Don't wait for the Q&A section at the end. By then, your brain is fried. Get in early. The final challenge. Listen to me. You cannot build a career on silence. You cannot build a career on pretending to understand things you don't. The fear of the double fail is keeping you small. Stop being a victim of the conversation. Stop letting native speakers steamroll you with information. Your challenge in the next 24 hours is to ask one question in a professional setting using the binary constraint method. Force a choice. Do not ask, "What do you think?" Ask, "Is it A or B?" Take back control of the room. If you are ready to stop being a passive passenger and start driving the conversation, hit the like button. Subscribe to English Adventure. Ask the question.